Hey YouTube, it's your girl Carly Main, and I'm back again to bring you a video, an updated video. So the last time I left off, I made a video back in September, so it's been a while. Um, I made the video in September, but I didn't get to upload it until I think like sometime in October, but either way, it's been a while since I came back to give you guys my update, and I left off with I had taken my NCLEX exam, right? So I took my NCLEX exam, and can't forget the date, right? I took my NCLEX exam. I believe it was. I guess I can forget the date. It's almost 2 months later now, but I believe I took it on like September 26th, 27th, somewhere around there. But either way, took my NCLEX exam, nearly shitted myself, like, excuse my language, nearly like passed out because NCLEX exam could be anywhere from 75 questions to 265 questions. It took me 265 questions. I was there for the entire 5 hours or 6 hours, whatever it was. I was exhausted. Like, it was so many questions. They were seemingly so repetitive towards the end that after like question 150, I can't even tell you. Like, I don't remember anything after like 150. I just felt like I was just clicking, 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 clicking with no real I don't know. I don't even remember if I was giving the questions thought at that point anymore. I was like mentally drained, right? Like, I was over it. So I passed. I can't believe. I mean, I'm so happy. Passed the NCLEX on my first try, and I am officially a Massachusetts licensed registered nurse. I can't. I mean, it took. It feels like it took forever, right? Like, people that they're like, "Oh my god, you went to school. That was so fast." Like, hold on. I'm like, I have like my work bag here, and well, I guess a work bag would imply that I'm employed at this point, which I'm not. But I guess technically I'm calling it my work bag because I know once I get a job, that will be my work bag. But yes, I'm like super excited. This is like my official license. I'm so cheesy because I laminated it. um, yeah, super important to me. So I want to make sure I take care of this bad boy. I mean, it costs me enough money. But anyway, so I passed NCLEX and I'm excited, and um, it was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. And some days I still can't even believe that it's over, right? Like, some days I'm like nothing to do with myself, right? Like, I'm not studying, I'm not um on edge. I'm so relaxed now, and I actually have like me time, and I go to the gym, and I get to you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much free time. I like don't even know how to explain it. So um in all my free time, this is like a really busy time of the year for like me and my family because both my kids have birthdays, and then I had a birthday. So a lot of free time, but still very busy, like doing a lot of things. And amongst all those things, I have been like working on my resume and applying to jobs nonstop. Like, I think I must apply to about, I probably apply to like 5 positions a day. Yeah, probably about 5 positions a day. So, yeah, I'm excited and I'm hoping to hear back um, from some places pretty soon, right? Like, fingers crossed, positive thinking, you know, positive thoughts fall into the energy of the universe and good vibes and everything that goes along with that. So I'm hopeful. Um, but yeah, so about passing NCLEX, I could probably like go into a little bit more detail about that with you. So when I like passed the NCLEX, I was nervous, right? Because everybody has to wait. I'm sorry, I'm playing with my hair. I can see myself in the camera. So everybody has to wait like 48 hours for the quick results, right? And that was like the most torturous 48 hours I can think of, right? Because when you like click through YouTube and you like pull up people's videos about them talking about their experience with NCLEX, everybody's like, oh, I had 75 questions and I passed, or oh, my machine cut off at 90 and oh my gosh, I passed. So, of course, because my exam went all the way to 265 questions, I was seriously doubting whether or not I passed. Even though I'm like, could I really not pass on the first try? And of course I can, right? Like, I've watched tons of videos of people saying that they didn't pass on their first attempt. So, you know, that fear is always there, right? It's like 50-50, like, you know, and 50-50 is pretty good odds, right? Like, you have a 50% chance of passing, 50% chance of not passing, but it just was still very nerve wracking. So I went ahead and I YouTubed the Pearson VUE trick, right? So there's a ton of people on YouTube and they talk about, so I'm just laughing because it just, I mean, at that point, you just go through any extremes to try to like settle that anxiety that you have of not knowing. So I tried the Pearson VUE trick, which basically consisted of me trying to log back into, you know, the NCSBM website and try to re-register myself for the exam. And you know, there's a girl on here. I wish I could remember her name, but I absolutely can't. But she just recently posted a video like in 2016, right? So I saw like a lot of videos of people like talking about the Pearson VUE trick, but they were talking about it and, you know, their videos were like super old at this point. You know, they were from like 2013, 2014, and it's like, oh, those are 2-year-old videos. Like, maybe those same instructions wouldn't apply to today. So there's a girl, I want to say her name is like Student Nurse or something student. Like, I just remember her name being Student something. So in her video, which is from 2016, that's how you might, you know, be able to narrow it down to her specific video, because she's like one of the only ones that has posted recently about the Pearson VUE trick. But yeah, in her video, she says that, you know, you need to like actually go through the steps and like put in your credit card and put in all the information from your credit card accurately, and then the only thing that you would change is like the expiration date of your credit card. So you know, apparently the proof if you've passed or failed is like, you know, you'll receive a pop-up once you know, you put in your credit card information. It will give you a a quote unquote good pop up. That's how she described it. Because if you receive that pop up, which I believe the pop up says something like, our records indicate that you have previously scheduled this exam. Please contact your, you know, board of nursing or something like that. And apparently that's the good pop up because I guess the theory is that if you pass, it won't allow you to re-register for a new exam because records already are indicating that you've passed, if that makes any sense. So the pop-up says, I wish I had it. I don't have my phone handy, and I took a picture of it, but I deleted the picture off my phone by mistake. But yeah, the pop-up says something to that effect, like our records indicate that you have previously scheduled this exam. So that's the good pop-up, and it's like a 99 point or 95% chance that if you receive that pop-up, then it means you passed. So I'm on here to also confirm that I received that pop-up, this quote-unquote good pop-up, and I pass. So if the results correlate with that, then yeah, I guess the trick works. The Pearson VUE trick works. I tried it. I got the good pop-up. And when I got my 48-hour results, I passed. And I was like, oh yeah. Like I just, even after I got the good pop-up, it did make me feel better though. So like for all of you who I guess are like still gonna be anxious like me, like honestly, even when I got my quick results that said I passed, I was like, until I actually got this bad boy in the mail, I was still like, I mean, I guess I felt a little bit better when I got my quick results, right? Because they're technically supposed to be official. But it's just the way they word it. Like, even when they give you your quick results, you know, it still says something in the wording about, you know, these results are unofficial and, you know, only confirmation from your state board of nursing is proof of registration or passing or something like that. Just the wording is still, it just doesn't say like, all right, girl, you know, you're done, it's over, you're good. So yeah, the Pearson VUE trick worked for me. And a lot of people were like posting videos, talking about the amount of time that they had to wait before they could try the Pearson VUE trick. And she goes into detail explaining how, like, you know, you need to wait until you receive an email from NCLEX stating that, you know, thank you. Basically, after you take your exam, you'll receive an email from NCSBN that basically says, oh, you know, thanks for taking the exam. You know, you will be notified shortly of your results or something like that. Like, it's like a generic email that must get sent out probably every time somebody finishes the exam. So as soon as I like, you know, because when you go into the exam, they like, they take your phone and, you know, they give you a locker and they make you lock your phone up. And so I didn't have access to my phone the entire time during the exam, but as soon as I had access to my phone and I was able to like turn it on, by the time I got to the garage, you know, the parking lot where my car was, I had received the email from NCSBN that had basically was like, okay, we've received your exam. It will be scored. And it said something about like the exam is scored twice. So I basically received the email as soon as I got to the parking garage. I got home. I probably lived like 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour away from the location where I took my exam. And when I came home, I thought about it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, should I try the person view trick? But then part of you's like, okay, if I failed, I don't want to know this soon, right? Like, part of me was like, okay, do it. And then the other part was like, nah, don't do it. Like, wait, like, give yourself some time. But I couldn't wait. So, um, I don't know. I probably waited all of like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So from the time I took the exam until the time I tried the Pearson View Trick, it was probably like an hour and a half. And I got the quote unquote good pop up within an hour and a half of actually taking the exam. So that's it. For all of you who are wondering and curious if the Pearson View Trick works, this video is to confirm, or at least confirm from my experience, that the Pearson View Trick works. And then I also just wanted to share in this video that I am a licensed registered nurse. You better go. Thanks, guys. I'm going to try to come back with more videos. I had my first interview, so I'm excited about that. But if you want to hear about, how that interview turned out, then stay tuned and I'll follow up and see you guys back here in hopefully like a week or two. Bye bye.